Hi there. How you doing, guys? Well, it's time now to talk to you as I usually do. As long as I'm here, I look forward to when I go home and I'm able to watch all my films and show you some of them, share them some to you. In particular, the driver's ed films. Now, in some of the videos that I did for you, you saw some of the booklets that accompany the films. And one of the big questions I had for myself was, okay, I know where I'm going to keep the films, but where am I going to keep the booklets? And so I kept them in safe places, protect them from dust, putting them in Ziplocs and so forth. But I still hadn't figured out where to put the booklets that I've shown you. Well, that problem is now resolved, for I now have a place to put the booklets. And the person that I've been buying or picking up the films that come with the booklets sent me the last of his literature and everything that came with all the films, including the binder. The binder that they come in and where you store it. See, this is the binder, and you put the booklets in the binder here. You see. Okay. Now, he sent me booklets that are not part of the ones I've been getting from him normally. For example, and I don't know where to put it. For example, this one, Avoiding Collision Traps. Now, this is, of course, not from, it's from Doron, which took over Etna. And some of the films have a Doron label, some have the Etna label. So this talks about avoiding collision traps, yeah. And this is an overview, and you notice this is marked 1984. Okay, so at least I know there's a film called Avoiding Collision Traps. So I can put that on my list on films I don't have, if I in fact don't have them. I don't know at the moment. It's been trouble keeping track of them. So my plan is, as soon as I go home and I get everything out, then I'm able to inventory all the films, see what I have, and according to the booklets and the list, see what I don't have. Okay, here's another such booklet. Communications. Now, one of the films I do have is called Communications, although I don't have a guide for it. See, this is a guide, and this is 86, I think it is. Okay. And this is on communication. Okay. This is the one that starts at starting right, and this Looks like it's 86. No, 76, I think. Or is that 96? When it comes to Roman numerals, I'm terrible. Excuse me. But this talks about the different drives, and here we go. See, it doesn't say exactly yeah, it don't even say really. I'm not sure where it'll go, you know, because it's different, you know. Now, when 16 millimeter, I guess, was being used in schools and so forth, that we had this catalog or list of films. And this is from June of 1994. Okay, so we know that as of June of 1994, they used 16 millimeter films. But the following year, this wouldn't no longer say simulator films, it would say simulator programs. So my guess is that the 16 millimeter films were replaced by computer programs. Okay, so instead of a projector screen, you'd be looking at a monitor or a computer monitor or something like that. Okay, so those would be programs, but as of June of 1994, we had films. Now, according to this, okay, this is the recommended minimum library of films that you get, and of course the cost is about $500 each. Okay, and considering you're buying them brand new, and that they're in color, and that they're in CinemaScope, that is, you know, a pretty good cost. That's not so bad. Okay, now, in the list that I have, and I'll show you that list in a minute, the one of the films that does not appear on that list is a film called Good Driving Strategies. Okay, that film does not exist on that other list that I'll show you. Okay, and yeah, and it says right here about ordering, and apparently he got it from Aurora Public Schools in Illinois. Okay, all orders are shipped postpaid, 10% discount per film when payment accompanies order, which is pretty cool. And you get a quantity discount. If you're buying 14 to 29 films, you get a 1% discount. 30 or more, it's 2%. And discounts apply to simulator films only. Now, what does that mean? Well, because these are the simulator films, and these are supplemental simulator films, but these are driver analyzer films. These are much more expensive. They're $750 each. There's only a few of them, and that discount does not apply to any of these. So, So I would be interested to see what these are like. You know, is that the kind of thing where, you know, excuse me, that you're not in an actual simulated drive, you're just sitting there in the simulator and you're watching a film, and it's like, okay, just sit back and watch this, and we'll just demonstrate. I don't know. Okay, now, this is, excuse me, from, do I have a date here? Yeah, this was revised December 79. I don't think you see it here. I don't know. Anyway, this is the simulator film program, and try to do this with one hand. I can't open it. Come on. You do it. See, here we go. Now, this is the simulation film program. This is pretty much what I showed you before. Okay. And this is from 1979, because it said that they'll release 3 new films for 1980. So that's what you get right there. And okay, utilizing the IPDE process. The purpose of the ETNA IPDE simulation film program is to teach students to identify pertinent cues in the traffic environment, predict potential consequences of the traffic situation, decide on the appropriate response, and execute that response accurately and timely. This driving simulation film curriculum provides the training experiences essential for student drivers to develop the procedural, perceptual, and decision-making skills that enable them to become competent vehicle operators. With the driver simulation method of instruction, new drivers greatly reduce the risk of hit or miss method of several years' experience in order to achieve the skills necessary to be a competent driver. Progressing from simple to more complex driving experiences, the IPDE simulation film program gives student drivers a set of concepts based on the IPDE strategy, which provides a sound basis for making mature, expert decisions. The learning that takes place in the driving simulator also allows the time spent in a dual-control car to be used more efficiently and effectively. Okay, now, these are the titles of the films. And some of these I have, some of these I don't, and that's why I'm glad I have this of the films. Introduction to Simulation, I know I have that one. Basic Control Tasks, I don't know. Fundamental Turning Maneuvers, I don't know. IPDE, I believe I have that film. Identifying and Predicting, I think I have that one. Separating and Compromising Risks. Managing Time and Space. Crossing, Joining, Leaving, I know I definitely don't have that. Interacting with Traffic, I think I have that, or I saw it. The Decision is Yours. Hazard Perception. Handling Emergencies, I know I have that one. Expressways, I also know I have that one. Mixing with Motorcycles, I think I just recently got that one. Changing weather conditions, I definitely got that. Dealing with distractions, I know I have that. Split-second decisions, I know. Crash avoidance, I know I have that one. Driver performance test, I don't know. From I to E, I don't know. So, there you have it. And I don't have to worry about that. So at least I know what films are in the set, which ones I don't have, and which ones I would put on the list to want. Now this is the list of films, okay, and this shows the year that they came out. Interesting that from 1984, some films never changed. Starting right, see some of those that you saw on that other list is not on this list, and some that are here or there are not there. Okay, so I use both of them conjointly. Okay, starting right, ins and out of turns, search, identify, anticipate, avoiding collision traps, decide and act, visual skills, communications, turnabouts and parking maneuvers, which I believe I have that one, rural roadways, interstate driving, handling weather conditions, crash avoidance 2, I'm sure I got that one, destination driving, and vans. And they're all $495 each. Now, is that for license, it says. 15-year license. Is that rental or is that key? I don't know. I'd have to call and find out. Okay. Then you have the supplemental titles, and you have the driver analysis titles, which are more expensive at $750 each. Now, what we have here is, okay, we have announcing a new film. See, these are all the things that was left over. Search, identify, anticipate, and decide and act. 2 films, which came out when? Do we have a date on this? No, I don't see one. Okay. So these are 2 new films. About 20 some odd minutes each. For pricing information, to place an order, that's who you contact. Who I would contact, and I have contacted them. So I'm in contact with Doron Precision Systems, and I'll find out if they would give me permission to put the full film on the internet. So, but anyway, I'm sorry, on YouTube rather, or have them burn onto a DVD and then release commercially. To which I would give them a percentage, definitely. You know, the proceeds, you know, I would, you know, they're not really for my what do you call it? For my own earning of money. This is for proceeds, donations to Driver, MAD, MADD, you know, or anything else. And say, maybe I'll just send some money back to Doron, you know, if, you know, I make money off of it, or if that generates money, I should say. So anyway, that's what you got. And you checked. See, you can get it in a video disc, and that's or 60mm film. So that you got there. Now, this is an oddity right here, as a few others were. Now, this is unlike the other pamphlets. Shift, let's turn it this way. Shift for yourself. 3, 4, 3, 4, and 4S. Now what that means, I don't know. Okay.